students, in chapter number 3, metals and non-metals. In last session we study about the reaction of metals with oxygen. Now we go through the reaction of metal with acids. As we know, when metal react with dilute acid, it forms sodium, salt and hydrogen. Please open your textbook and concentrate on page number 44. We go through the activity number 3.11. Let's write it. Let's see activity. Collect all the metal samples except sodium and potassium again. If the samples are tarnished, rub them clean with sandpaper because the oxidation can be removed. Caution: do not take sodium and potassium as they react vigorously even with cold water, as we see in last activity. Put the samples separately in test tubes containing dilute hydrochloric acid. Suspend thermometers in the test tube so that their bubbles are dipped in the acid. Observe the rate of formation of bubbles carefully. Here we take the metals except sodium and potassium. So we take, suppose, aluminium, which metals we can take? Aluminium, Al, zinc, Zn, iron, Fe, and magnesium, Mg. Then give the answers. See, the questions are important. Which metals react vigorously with dilute hydrochloric acid? As we know, magnesium reacts vigorously with dilute hydrochloric acid. We can simply write it as Cl. Then second, with which metal did you record the highest temperature? Also magnesium. Magnesium records with highest temperature. See, not given in textbook, but if you remember, if you know which metal can react, which metals cannot react with dilute hydrochloric acid, it will be copper. Arrange the metals in the decreasing order of reactivity with dilute hydrochloric acid. Reactivity with dilute hydrochloric acid, arrange them in decreasing order. First is, we know, magnesium, then aluminium, then zinc, and then Fe. Let's go with further information. Write the equations for the reactions of magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron with dilute hydrochloric acid. See, write the equation with dilute hydrochloric acid. Next question can be arise. First metal given is reactions of metals with dilute hydrochloric acids. Reaction of metal with dilute hydrochloric acid. First requirement is magnesium. So when Mg can react with HCl, here when iron with dilute hydrochloric acid, we already write the equations for this. Here we write the equations for dilute sulfuric acid. See, in the case of sulfuric acid, we already write the equations of dilute hydrochloric acid in last sessions. So here we write the equations for dilute sulfuric acid in case of magnesium, aluminum, zinc and iron. So let's write it. Here we write about sulfuric acid. First, Mg plus H2SO4 gives MgSO4 plus H2 hydrogen. Then second is aluminium. Al plus H2SO4 gives us Al2SO4 thrice plus H2. Here H2O can be occur. In case of acid H2SO4, it can be H2O. 4 plus 1, 3. Here the balances can occur 2, 3H2SO4, Al2SO4 plus 3H2O. Then we write about the zinc. In case of zinc, Zn plus H2SO4 gives us ZnSO4 plus H2. In case of oxygen, you can write water. In case of acid, you can write hydrogen. And in case of iron, means Fe reacts with H2SO4 gives FeSO4 plus H2. You have to write the physical condition of the all compounds and elements. Let's go further. The question will be arise in paragraph. hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid. The reason is behind that it is because HNO3 nitric acid is strong oxidizing agent. It oxidizes the hydrogen produced to water and itself gets reduced to any of the nitrogen oxides N2O, NO, NO2. But magnesium and manganese react with very dilute nitric acid HNO3 to evolve hydrogen gas. Here two metals can be added on the answers, aluminium and chromium. Aluminium Al and chromium Cr, here we can write, cannot react with nitric acid because the reason is behind it. HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent. It oxidizes the hydrogen produced to water and itself get reduced to any of the nitrogen oxide like N2O, NO2 and NO. So this metal cannot react with nitric acid. The reason behind that, the question will be, short question will be arise. Then go through again next short question. See, you must have observed in activity number 3.11 that the rate of formation of bubbles were the fastest in the case of magnesium. We already write it. The reaction was also the most exothermic in this case. The reactivity decreases in the order Mg, Al, Z and Fe. We can write here decreasing in order. But the question is that in the case of copper, no bubbles were seen and the temperature also remained unchanged. This shows the copper does not react with dilute hydrochloric acid. The question will be arise, why copper cannot react with, first we write the question. Copper does not react with dilute hydrochloric acid. The reason behind that, because the copper is not active like sodium, potassium, zinc, etc. So it not react with dilute hydrochloric acid. Small questions can be arise. You can concentrate on it. Then again small question will be arise. It will be based on aqua regia. See, it will be arise in the case of did you know. You can read about it, you can learn about it. See on textbook. Aqua regia, Latin for royal water, is a freshly prepared mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. See, in the case of aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. See here, you can concentrate on the words, and if the question arises in MCQ, you have asked in question, write the ratio of aqua regia, concentrated nitric acid and concentrated hydrochloric acid. In case of this question, the answer is 1:3. 1 for hydrochloric acid, 3 for nitric acid. Here the 3 for hydrochloric acid and 1 for nitric acid. So the question arises, concentrated nitric acid and hydrochloric acid, the ratio will be 1:3, 1 for nitric acid and 3 for hydrochloric acid. It can dissolve gold even though neither of these acids can do so alone. Aqua regia is a highly corrosive fuming liquid. Fumigation can be occur. It is one of the few reagents that is able to dissolve gold and platinum. The question arises, what is aqua regia? Which metals can be dissolved in it? Gold, silver and platinum. Such metals can be dissolved in the solution of aqua regia. How do metals react with solution of other metals and salts? To study it, first we take the activity number 3.12. See, concentrate on activity. Take a clean wire of copper and an iron nail. Put the copper wire in a solution of iron sulfate and the iron nail is a solution of copper sulfate taken in the test tubes. Record your observations after 20 minutes. See, you can draw the diagram of this. First diagram is so easy, so you can draw with yourself. In case of diagram, it will be, see, two test tubes can be taken. In the test tube, first test tube can be tied up with cork. In case of test tube, one test tube, iron nail can be taken. In iron nail, copper sulfate. See, write it, draw it. I can draw roughly for understanding. You can draw properly when you write the answer. Two test tube can be taken. Solution can be given in both test tubes. Here copper wire can be taken. Here iron nail can be taken. Test tube stand can be occurred. See, what we'll see in copper wire can be dissolved in the solution of iron sulfate. In iron nail, it will be dissolved in the solution of copper sulfate. The figure shows us that reactions of metals with salt solutions see, in test tube stand we take two test tubes and we take iron nail and copper wire. We dissolved iron nail in the solution of copper sulfate and we dissolved copper wire in the solution of iron sulfate, and we observe after 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, what we'll see? See the questions. On which test tube did you find that a reaction has occurred? In the test tube of iron nail and copper sulfate. In the test tube of iron nail and copper sulfate will be present. The reaction can be occur. On what basis can you say that a reaction has actually taken place? We see in the test tube of iron nail and copper sulfate the reaction with, but what the basis behind that? The solution of copper sulfate is blue in color, while the solution of copper sulfate generally blue in color, it turns in green color. The solution, which solution? Copper sulfate solution. The color is changed, so we say it, the reaction can be occur. Can you correlate your observations for the activity number 3.9, 3.10? Next activities 3.10, 3.11. See here, the reaction is displacement reaction. We already see in the chapter number 1 displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. If the exchange of one ion taking place, it will be displacement. If the exchange of two ions can be double displacement reaction. Name the type of reaction. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction that has taken place. First, the question says us that, here not question, answer. The question says, can you correlate your observations for the activity, past activities 3.9, 3.10, 3.11. See, here when we compare it, we says us that Fe is more reactive than Cu. Write a balanced chemical equation for the reaction that has taken place. Write balanced equation when Fe, nail means Fe, react with copper sulfate CuSO4. Fe can combine with SO4 and remaining of Cu. It gives FeSO4 plus Cu. Then we write the answer of displacement reaction. Name the type of reaction. See, in the case of more reactive metal displace less reactive metal with its compound, it's called displacement reaction. As we study in chapter number 1 about displacement reaction and double displacement reaction, if the exchange of two ions can be taken place, it will be double displacement reaction. Here the one exchange can be occurred, so it will called displacement reaction. See in textbook, reactive metals can displace less reactive metal from their compounds in the solution or molten form. We have seen in the previous sections that all metals are not equally reactive. Some are more reactive, some are less reactive. We check the reactivity of various metals with oxygen, water and acids, but all metals do not react with these reagents. So we were not able to put all the metal samples we had collected in decreasing order of their reactivity. Displacement reaction study in chapter, as we see, it is study in chapter number 1 give better evidence about the reactivity of metals. It is simple and easy. If metal A displaces metal B from its solution, it is more reactive than B. So we say that metal A plus solution of B gives us salt solution of A plus metal B. Which metal, copper or iron, is more reactive according to your observation? See, in the case of copper and iron, copper is, or we can write more reactive, so we can write about Fe. Fe is more reactive than copper. So the reactivity shows with Fe and copper. The Fe is more reactive than copper, so it reacts. It make a compound with solution of sulfate and make a FeSO4 and make a ferrous sulfate. So here we see how metals can react with oxygen, react with water and react with acids because their reactivity. In next session we study about the reactivity, how the reactivity can occur.